Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shraddha Mishra. I'm from Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering for Women, studying in final year. So I'm going to share my placement experience. Currently, I am placed in Persistent Systems with base package of 4.71 LPA. So there are two packages available. First is base package, then the high package. So the assessment which I've been through, the first one was on the using AMCAT platform. The objective tests included questions related to operating system, computer networks, database management system. Very few of them were from quant aptitude, and a few of them were from OOPS, object oriented programming features, and but mostly they belong to these three subject questions. Then the second section was of English language skills. The questions had antonym, synonym, tenses. You have to correct the statement. There would be is, are, is, was, these kind of questions where the statement, for example, would be in past tense, but a word that would indicate that it belongs to present. So you have to correct it like those. Then the logical ability, as far as I'm able to recall, I had questions from number series and decoding and encoding. Mostly the questions were from decoding and encoding. Then two coding questions were there in the next section. One was easy and the second one would be medium to hard. Easy would be mostly the questions would be from array, and then medium would be of array or string or more complicated array questions. But data structure related questions would be there. Not advanced, but basic data structure of advanced level or medium to hard range. Then I cleared first round, and then my technical interview was scheduled on Smart Meet platform. So first of all, they asked me to introduce myself, and then after introduction, they asked me. I mentioned that I have done projects in Java. So he asked, apart from Java, which is your favorite subject? I said database management system. So he asked me, how will you add email ID or name or any entity in database? So I had to tell him the query, and then he asked me how to create a database. I answered that as well. Then he asked me the logic to swap two integers. Usually there would be a smart board or smart board kind of thing that they will allow you to, they will enable you to write the logic or pseudocode of the questions that has been asked. In my case, it was not possible to launch it, so I just explained the logic or some of the syntax I wrote in chat. But basically, he asked me to explain the logic, so I explained him the logic. Now I was able to, I said brute force approach would be with a third variable. So since I mentioned the brute force, he was obviously expecting that there would be an efficient way also, maybe without a third variable. But I was not able to recall it, how it would be done without a third variable. So make sure that if you, what you speak, if you say brute force approach, then you must be ready with an efficient answer, efficient way of approach for the same question. So I explained it with the third variable. Then the logic to identify prime numbers was asked, logic to identify palindrome, and difference between built-in and runtime. So here's a catch that usually we say compile time error and runtime error. Built-in is not usually said. So they could use such tricks or short diversion which would confuse you. But you should be thorough with your concept that there are two types of error, compile time and runtime. And built-in is actually compile time error. So first I mentioned that built-in is compile time error, and then I explained what is the theory behind it, and then with example. Always explain with the help of an example that strengthens your point and approach of answering. Then he asked me to list down the features of object oriented programming, and also to explain it. So I explained it with example, and then he asked me to give a real life example for polymorphism and abstraction. So I was explaining in technical terms, so he asked me, how would you explain a non-tech person? So after the definition, I was not able to recall any real life example, or how would I explain a non-technical person for polymorphism. So he was not in a hurry. He told me to take your time, but I was not able to recall at that time. So then he asked me about abstraction, and that I was able to explain quite well. And I think he was impressed also, because he said that very good, this is what I was looking for. So data structures are very important, and that you have to be ready with an example, and how will you explain a non-technical person applications in real life for every features of operating system, object oriented programming. So I cleared this round, and then I was eligible for the HR assessment. So the HR assessment was not the usual one that we used to have face to face. This was completely online assessment on SHL platform. So there were number of questions based on the situation. They were based on which statement describes you the best. For example, I have listed down that I always arrive at appointment on schedule. I portray a positive external image of my organization. I read instructions with ease. So the approach was like, you out of the three, you have to first select any one which describes you the best. So for example, you select the second option, and then that would disappear. Then the other two options would be there, and then you have to select one more amongst them. So basically you have to select two options. It depends which option you select first, and then followed by the second one. Also there, for instance, you can consider this example as well. I think about the long term. I remain polite even when others are rude to me. I vary my behavior according to the specific situations I am. So these were the three options that it was provided, and then I had to select any two. So there were many number of questions based on this pattern only. So they detect your personality, your trait, your way of thinking, and which of these option you choose first describes which point you are giving priority. So then do's which you should do basically. So you should be thorough and clear with your basics of operating system, computer networks, DBMS, and data structures for sure. These four are the mantra to clear it, the interview. They can ask other questions on OOPS and Java as well, but these four are for sure, they would be there. Then you should solve coding, competitive coding questions from HackerRank, HackerEarth, LeetCode, Geeks for Geeks, any platform you prefer, but do not stop. Keep practicing it as soon as possible. Then you have to choose a programming language. Either choose C++, Java, Python, any language you're comfortable in, but choose and try to code in that particular language more often. Then do effective coding. Instead of the coding can be done, but to do it by keeping time complexity and space complexity in mind, that would increase the efficiency of the code. Then practice aptitude as soon as possible from R.S. Agrawal. That would help a lot. And then maintain your LinkedIn and GitHub account. Do mini projects in whichever year you belong, whatever subject, whatever language you want to, but do mini projects. That would strengthen your resume also and your knowledge also. And keep updating your LinkedIn as well. Build project, as I've said, and improve your communication skill. Talk with your friends in English. Try to build your vocabulary. As you know that earlier, as I've said, that in verbal section, antonyms, synonym, tenses, and grammars are basically used. So give time to that also. Don't do not study all the subjects in detail. Of course, you have to clear the exam, so do study them. But if I talk about taking placement as a point of view, as far as placements are concerned, the four subjects that I've mentioned earlier, do ponder them, do focus on them, and then don't start late. You should not think that I will do this in third year, I will start aptitude. Many students think that I should start aptitude in third year because the concepts would be fresh. But even if you start in second year or first year, you can revise it later. It's not, there's no harm to start as early as possible. And as far as coding is concerned, do start as soon as possible, and do not stop practicing questions. It's hard to maintain, but you have to make sure that you keep practicing. Don't bluff in your resume, don't lie. What you write, you should be confident and thorough, because they will check you, and if you're wrong, then it gives a bad impression. They can disqualify you as well. And don't get nervous. I understand that during the first interview, or since it would be the first time facing you, everyone gets nervous, but at least try not to show it, and be confident whatever you have prepared. And yes, don't try not to be nervous, otherwise you will, even if you know the answer, you won't be able to speak, you won't be able to answer. Now, in first year, I should have started competitive coding. I actually started in after my first year, in second year maybe. So I should have started early, and should have learned basic front end HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or because afterwards I tended more towards back end, and maybe my interest in front end got less. So I should have started, if I would have started in first year, I would have maybe known more for a while. This is about me. And then in second year, uh, my data structures are concepts are quite clear, but as far as advanced data structures are concerned, I do lag behind graphs and trees. So I should have studied thoroughly. And since I enrolled in the NPTEL Python course, the programming and data structures using Python, so I did it, and I cleared it as well, but I did not do mini project at that point. So I should have done mini projects related to Python also. And my coding skills, I should have improved it, so that I would have prepared myself up to the hackathon level, and I have participated in. So yeah, hackathons are also important to participate. That would increase your profile as well. Forgive me, my spelling is wrong. Then TE. In third year, I should have started practicing aptitude question from R.S. Agarwal a bit early, so that I would have practiced more advanced level questions from sites or from other books as well. But no issues. And then I should have started participating in hackathon. You see, if in second year I would have improved my level up to hackathon, so I should have started participating in third year. And practicing advanced and effective coding. Many big companies, even if you clear their coding round, they do focus on your way of coding. If it is efficient, then they will accept you, otherwise they might reject you. And I should have looked forward more towards the internship, uh, but due to the lack of guidance and awareness, basically, so I did it, but not, it wasn't that efficient. So do look for internships as well. In BE, you should know, since when the final year started, company start approaching, and you should know the syllabus and procedures beforehand, so that you can prepare yourself. And write down the topics after your drives are over, and write down your experience, what all topics were asked the questions, so that it gives you an idea for the next company you will be approaching. And then focus on mini projects and final projects as well. Projects are really important, and you should do it whatever you study. That will strong again I'm saying that it will strengthen your knowledge and profile as well. So the resources where you should prepare yourself, aptitude is RS Agrawal. There are many sites, India Bakes, Career Ride, etc. also, but I would recommend that, this is from my personal experience, that first solve RS Agrawal. It would take you from scratch and it would obviously build it. It has helped me also. Then you can proceed to whichever site or book you would like. Technical Geeks for Geeks is amazing, and it provides answers, and theory are really helpful and understandable. Tutorials Point, Java T Point, these were the sites that I preferred. Coding, HackerRank, HackerEarth, LeetCode, and there's a data structure 450 final sheet that contains 450 questions starting from array to graph, trees, and basics to hard. So you should do that also as much as you can. Then for interview question, Geeks for Geeks, InterviewBit, Edureka, they all provide interview questions for your preparation, so that you can know specifically on the subject which topics you should more focus on. YouTube channels that I have preferred: Career Ride for aptitude, then Gate Smashers and NISA Academy were related to my subjects, for operating system, computer networks. So these channels are really good. And Urban Fight for HR, she basically introduces you to the types of questions or how you should prepare yourself up to the mark for the HR. So this is all from my side, and all the best for your future placement rise. Yeah, thank you.